Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Buenas noches, Andres Todo. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat, mga kaibigan kong Filipino, especially out in the Greenland. Buenas noches, Andres Todos, Mananaw Manilo. Ladies and gentlemen, just to bring you back to reality, in 1992 August, we had Typhoon Omar. We had, in 1993, we had, 1993, we had earthquake, 8.2. And then I became governor in 1994. Ladies and gentlemen, within that period of time, from 1995 on, we had a Korean airline crash. We had the closure, base 93, base closure 93, 95. We had 7 typhoons. We had 2 more earthquakes. The situation is this, that facing those really difficult times required someone to pull the community together. Businessmen that didn't necessarily support me, pulled them together, pulled the community together and said, listen, this is our island. I don't care if you didn't vote for me, but let's circle the wagon. Let's figure out how to extricate ourselves from these terrible times. Because the Koreans didn't want to come in anymore when the airline crashed. Then we had a SARS epidemic. Then the Asian economic boom crashed upon us. The previous administration had $566 million budget. By the time I got in there, it was $390-some million that we made do. We went out there. Not only did we get the ships sailing straight, we went out and provided people that were never brought into the 20th century. We gave them water-powered telephone. People that were pushed out in the boondocks. It's something that I have to tell you that if to be governor, you got to lead. You got to be able to be connected to the people of Guam. You cannot sit in an office and think that you can solve everything there. If you don't feel the people and the pulse of the people, you can never say that you feel them, especially if you don't let them in to understand what it is. My job as governor will be continue to be hands-on governor, out there in the community as often as possible, be with you and let you know that you matter, keep pointing, you matter. So I'm saying to you, now is a very, very difficult time. We're facing a major buildup that requires a seasoned governor, an experienced governor. They will tell you that I make mistakes, but tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I make my share of mistakes. And I learned a lot from those mistakes.
Thank you, sir.
I learned a lot.
Thank you, sir. Senator Calvo.
Good evening. Buenas noches and half a day. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. It's been 15 months of a beautiful campaign, Ray and I, reaching thousands of people. I first want to thank our families, our extended families, and the hundreds and thousands of supporters that have joined this movement in a new direction. I want to thank GMA, the doctors, the healthcare professionals, for allowing this opportunity for us to express our views. I know there's been some complications, but those complications were not as a result when it comes to this debate about you hardworking doctors, but some of the other aspects of politics in this island. But I'm here for you, the doctors and healthcare professionals, and for the people of Guam. My record is very clear how important healthcare is for our island. And that's why when I had control of the money of the legislature, we provided over $100 million more than my opponent's partner when he had control of the money, for improving our hospital and accreditation so that you could have an emergency room that's improved, more medicines for the sick. We built more community health centers and provided more money for MIP and Medicaid to help the people of this island, the most needy. And when even our most needy, those with disabilities and mental illness, When they were in their deepest and darkest hours, I provided the money for the consent decree and the injunction to ensure that they would be provided services. As a senator, I have did everything in my heart to help the people of Guam, and especially the most needy and the most vulnerable. And that is why I had introduced for the first time in the history of our island legislation that protects our unborn. The first time in history. I have still 2 pieces of legislation that help and protect our unborn that are still stuck in committee and been stuck for 2 years.
Senator.
I guarantee you, in a Calvo-Tenorio administration, we will be there for all people.
Thank you, Senator.
The grassroots, everyone. God bless you.